It's election season, and if there's one body that becomes all-powerful in this season, it's the Election Commission. They're going to be the ones in charge, and already they're cracking the whip. By tomorrow, a Madhya Pradesh minister, Kailash Vijayvargiya, has to give an explanation as to why he gave tips, money in fact, to some dholwalas during a procession and then made fun of the Election Commission. Also, a whole bunch of BJP and AAP party leaders went to the Election Commission in Delhi today to complain about them. On agenda tonight, we are asking, is the Election Commission always justified, or are they sometimes a bit unreasonable? We'll be going to our pundits in just a bit, but before that, let's just see what happened today. Why is there suddenly a discussion about the EC being too strict?
Madhya Pradesh Industries Minister Kailash Vijayvargiya distributing money at an election-related function. This soon after the Election Commission imposed the Model Code of Conduct. The Election Commission sent the MP Minister a notice. In poll-bound Delhi, even before the candidates have been decided, the Election Commission has filed 228 FIRs in just 14 days against political parties and workers for offences ranging from defacement of public property with slogans to using unfair means in campaigning. The highest number of FIRs being against the AAP at 81, followed by the Congress at 57 and the BJP at 56. And now the Election Commission is also monitoring cyberspace, with the Commission examining how to regulate expenditure by candidates on social media and bring it under the Model Code.
Irrespective of the party, as I said, irrespective of the incumbents, we will ensure strict compliance of that, and we have given clear-cut instructions to our field officials to ensure that without any bias, without any prejudice, but with complete firmness, वो instructions को implement किया जाएगा.
While political parties and the Election Commission got together to formulate the Model Code of Conduct to create a level playing field, the fact of the matter is that even when it's violated, the Election Commission has very few powers to take any concrete steps against those who cross its Lakshman Rekha. But is the Election Commission being over-eager? The BJP accused it of taking too much time on permissions.
हमें कुछ दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, जैसे जिंगल्स वगैरह की परमिशंस जो हैं वो हमारी पेंडिंग चल रही हैं, लेकिन इनकी इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस की वजह से कहीं ना कहीं ये बात आई है कि इनको भी चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर जो भारत के हैं उनको भेजना होता है, उसको सुविधाजनक और थोड़ा सरल करना चाहिए, क्योंकि 15-15 दिन तो चीज़ें वेट नहीं कर सकती.
Gopinath Munde backed down from his claim recently that he spent more than 8 crore rupees in his parliamentary poll campaign, way above the 25 lakh limit. But the question remains for political parties, are the restrictions imposed by the code impractical? With Arunachalam Vaidyanathan in New Delhi, Siddharth Pandey for NDTV.
Let me introduce you to our pundits this evening. Pinky Anand of the BJP, who are protesting against some of the Election Commission's steps, and T.S. Krishnamurthy, former Chief Election Commissioner. Pinky Anand, first to you. We'll take our first talking point really. Is the poll panel going overboard? We've seen, obviously, are you protesting because of the Madhya Pradesh minister, or the BJP minister in Madhya Pradesh? Also some of the other features that are happening in Delhi. Tell us about that.
I mean, it's not one, it seems to be a series of issues which we have with the Election Commission, and the fact that it is acting overboard and overzealously. You start with Delhi. The Delhi actions that have taken place and the way the hoardings, etc., BJP have been removed, and the non-action of the Election Commission in that respect till it came out with the memorandum. The proposed action of the Election Commission as far as Ramdev's expenditures are concerned on his camps and his speeches towards the funding of the BJP party, as the Election Commission is seeking to do. The action against Kailash Vijayvargiya for making statements and for doing actions as far as religious processions are concerned, religious functions are concerned, and distributing money. Now, please explain to me, and I need to understand this. I mean, I know you're not the one to explain, but basically, the Election Commission to explain as to when there are religious functions, there are religious rituals, and at this point of time, right from Dussehra to Diwali, is an entire period where you have series of such functions and religious rituals, and money is distributed in general, on general basis, on all these functions by everybody. Is this going to attract a poll violation situation or the model code of conduct? I mean, we have, and for example, again, Ramdev's statements.
Okay.
When he makes these statements, and it is considered, if at all, pro-BJP, in that case, are you going to put that in the expenditure of the BJP party as if the BJP has sponsored the movement?
So let's ask Mr. Krishnamurthy
I mean, this
that.
seems to be...
Let's ask Mr. Krishnamurthy that. Mr. Krishnamurthy, this seems to be usually and always actually, I was speaking to some of our audience members over here, Election Commission is a big hero for the general janta in the country. They love the fact that you pull the netas up. But do you think sometimes it can be unreasonable? For instance, there's 3-4 of those drummers that are there who he's seen giving money to. Would they comprise a huge number of voters? Do you think sometimes it can be a bit... Sir?
Well, let me clarify. The Election Commission is providing a level playing field between the ruling party and the other opposition parties to ensure that no particular party enjoys any edge over others at the time of election. Mark it, it is during the election process time that the Election Commission enforces these rules. The main purpose, as I mentioned to you, is to ensure that no particular candidate or political party has an advantage over the other.